Okay, so let's see how Tenz apparently conquered Valorant again. He used to be like really good in Valorant, dropped off, and then after that became good again. I think that's what happened in CS, right? Like he was really good, dropped off, and then he went to Valorant. And then like he did it like basically 2 times throughout his whole entire gaming career. It's pretty interesting, honestly. So yeah, let's take a look at it. Maybe the second time that happened.
Tenz was once the face of Valorant. But now, Immortals, out to that last one! Are you joking me? Has Tenz really just pulled another collateral? But as quickly as he rose to the very top of his game, he fell, blamed for every loss along the way.
Reestablishing control on the site with so much before them, energy with so many tools at their disposal, artists trying to put them away. Second in this 1v3 turned into nothing.
2 versus 3 to save everything. Dash is there, flash is there, and so it's a crosshair placement. Drop down to the floor to smoke, again to hide his footing. Tenz out to the open, he can't hit the shot. Is left at the Sassy, cannot claim it.
He needs a change of role. Nothing I watched with regards to his duelist play made me think that he's going to be a top tier duelist in the next year.
And yet, despite Sentinels disintegrating, despite having to reinvent his playstyle, Tenz is back.
First trip cleared, the dog
Fighting
went all the way around the pillar! Tenz does it again! Tenz trying to keep him back. Sassy joining with him. Oh, looping around, having to reload. Where's the cover? There it is! Crashy Sassy, a 1v1!
Oh, he's so confident.
4 bullets left, switches weapons, time is of the essence!
Oh,
It's all it'll be!
that was kind of insane though.
The fans have a reason to celebrate, but tonight, Sin City burns red! Welcome
Yeah, you're surprised like
drop on him, and
the star player is a controller.
Tenz answers back, and perfectly so! Welcome back to the international stage, Tenz! We bloody missed you. But still, he's still going! This man is out
Wow,
as well.
he got an A.
I'm waiting for that cross, sharp as ever. He's get 1, he's got the 3! Anymore! He's at least got wingman as well, but Tenz just holding that cross.
But how much can one man do? First one found, second one not there. It's over. Sin
Holy
City
shit.
here to play.
Okay, that's actually
And history has been
that's actually insane. That's actually
All right, so
insane.
before we get into Tenz's story, just a friendly reminder to please like the video if you enjoy it, maybe sub to the channel, and ring that notification bell. It really helps a lot. Also, we have merch. Head over to shop.thescore.com and check it out. Okay, so the past couple of years have been pretty rough for Tenz. After Sentinels' triumph in Iceland in 2021, they fell off of a cliff. Sentinels bombed out of Berlin and got upset by Crew at Champions. Their year ended in misery.
And it all
True.
comes down to this 12 to 11, one team beckoning for greatness, and they're gonna flash. No way! Casty destroys 3 through the smoke. Heartbreak now for Sentinels. Dapper, it's your time to shine right about now. It's all on you, buddy. Surrounded on all fronts.
Bro.
It's over. It's done with. Crew against all of our expectations. Against
They got screwed by
all
freaking Crew, man.
Send Sentinels home.
Freaking Crew.
And things were
Yeah.
not getting any better. Sentinels failed to qualify for a single international event
Well, I
in
know,
2022.
yeah.
It was embarrassing considering that they were once the best team in the world. Even after building a super team around Tenz in 2023, Sentinels continued being a complete dumpster fire.
Flashes over the top as soon as it's tapped. That's going to be the pop flash play moving forwards. No one's covering it. Even everybody's blind, but it is half on the defuse. Lockdown being used, squeezing the players on the site. And look at this. Mazzino. Oh, he's found the perfect timing. Slam dunk. And it's all up to Dev. The IGL just has to wait his turn. Stunned up, no time. It is halved. But with so much to do, and just not enough weaponry. 13-4 to finalize it. What a performance.
The roster was a revolving door. It felt like every week they were subbing in different players, but things just weren't
True.
working. Hell, their IGL stepped down halfway through the season. And to make matters worse, Tenz was dealing with a lot in his personal life as well. He was sidelined for a few matches in 2023 due to a finger injury and an illness. He just couldn't catch a break. And And while Tenz was gone, there were people who thought that Sentinels actually looked better without him.
How do you start to think about the way that Tenz fits into the squad, and is this actually a better roster in terms of agent compositions and things like that? What we've talked about has been a struggle for them so far.
It's just so weird because it finally makes sense for Sentinels. And then the question is, do you want to continue with Marv? Do you go back to Tenz? How do you change around your roles? Do you have to shift things again? What does he want?
Sentinels were doing all right when Tenz returned, but the season ultimately went down as a failure after, once again, they missed out on every international event. And there were still some serious questions about the obvious role issues on the team, specifically when it came to Tenz.
He needs a change of role. Nothing I watched with regards to his duelist play made me think that he's going to be a top tier duelist in the next year. It just doesn't seem likely unless he puts in an enormous amount of effort and that same coaching during this offseason.
I saw like a slight like synopsis of the video just because I didn't have time to watch it, but also I don't like watching stuff of myself too often. When I played Counter-Strike and stuff, I used to read like basically anything and everything about myself, and I realized that it would kind of tank my mental.
But Sentinels didn't give up on Tenz because he was working on a way to get back on top. When you think of Tenz, you probably think about him fragging out on duelists, like he has for the past 3 or 4 years.
Is Tenz. He's got the frenzy, and he's got a kill. Man, all up in Moose's face, and he's getting a jumping one as well on the Thief. I said this the first time I called Tenz. This is his world, and we're just living in it.
But over the course of the off-season, Tenz practiced and played Smokes instead. More specifically, he was playing Omen, an agent that he hadn't really played in Pro Valorant up until this point. Tenz was stepping back from this high-octane, frag-focused playstyle that had made him famous, and was retreating to a more supportive role instead. And rumor had it, he was looking pretty good in scrims.
They would have won champs, they would. They actually would. If they played like that in champs, no way anyone win. They were really, really good, for real. I'm not even exaggerating, they were actually insane.
Now, some people dismiss this because it's, well, scrim results. But then, the off-season truly got underway, and Sentinels just kept winning every event they played in. Sentinels finally seemed like a legitimate contender again. But even though John QT looked like a world-class IGL and Zelsis was the team's new hype man, the most interesting part of this new Sentinels was Tenz, who was fitting perfectly into his new role. But once again, this was just the off-season. If Tenz wanted to prove that this new role swap was going to work, he'd have to perform when it mattered most. His true test came at VCT Kickoff, where Sentinels were drawn into the Group of Death, packed with insane talent. Due to the grueling format of the Kickoff event, Tenz and Sentinels were already on the verge of elimination after losing only one match. But Sentinels bounced back, taking down 100 Thieves and the first true international super team in the Americas, Leviathan. And just like that, Sentinels qualified for the play-in stage, but the job was far from over.
Is Zelsis ready for this? Does he have any idea Trent's just on the other side? How has he done that? Zelsis! Now down to the 1v1, but he's getting flanked. Is he aware? Knife up! Zelsis! It's unbelievable! When does he take his time and paranoia up? Look at that!
Wow, that's actually...
Sentinels are already on the defuse net finds 3, but they're sticking it through. They take it all the way.
Sentinels 13 to 8. What a performance.
Sentinels did it. They qualified for the playoffs thanks in large part to Tenz's new supportive playstyle.
This is the renaissance of Tenz. This is you. Your Omen is now literally iconic. You can see that sign right there. Tenz, me go Omen, me smoke. Literally, it's so iconic. You talked about it before, but talk to Sen City in the audience about what it's like what it's like being on Omen and being on these different roles than you were used to in the beginning of your career.
Yeah, it's definitely really interesting since I never really played the role previously.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Touch
I've
Smoke.
been adding my own flair to it, so I've been having fun.
But in order to truly make the comeback real,
I mean, it still works for
Sentinels would have
Omen
to actually qualify for an international event. First
still
came
aggressive,
NRG,
so-
a super team of former Masters and Champion winners, headlined by one of the best players in the world, Demon 1. If Sentinels were going to win and qualify
I
for
think
Madrid,
Omen, so it's
they'd
pretty
need
aggressive, so
everyone firing on
kinda
all
work.
cylinders. And luckily for them,
As long as
this
you-
time, Tenz
you know,
wasn't
if you
willing
can't
to
frag out,
take
you
a
can just
back
go.
seat.
First trip cleared, the dog went all the way around the pillar! Tenz does it again! Intense on OT! But can they counter? No! Tenz with 4! A 4v4, Saucy spamming into the smoke. Tag. Tenz does it again! Tenz in second, once more, delivering for Sentinels!
Tenz is still alive here.
And he still wants to with the up! Trying to land the shots, Shorty! Missing everything, going wide! He's out! And now John QT shows up and he peeks back in!
Spike planted.
Tenz, persistent in his approach. Relentless and reckless abandon. As he re-aggresses and repeats.
Oh my gosh.
Now with the shorty. Still.
Oh my gosh, it's not planted for him.
It's going to be a 2v5. Can Demon 1 pull this off? Oh! Can he pull it off? An angel of deliverance is instantly clear from his wings. Tenz trying to keep him back. Saucy joining with him. Oh. Looping around.
I already see
having to
Omen
reload.
smoke,
Where's the
but
cover?
apparently
There it is.
that works.
Crashy Saucy, a 1v1.
Oh, he's so confident.
4 bullets left. Switches weapons. Time is of the essence. And that's all it'll be. It's been years since fans have had a reason to celebrate, but tonight, Sen City burns red.
Sentinels didn't just beat NRG, they crushed them on map 3, and Tenz top fragged the entire server on Omen. He was putting up the same numbers as Zekin while playing controller. But despite that win qualifying Sentinels for Madrid, the job wasn't over yet. If Tenz and Sentinels could get their revenge and defeat Loud in a best of 5, they'd earn America's first seed heading into Madrid, along with 3 championship points to help increase their chances of qualifying for champions at the end of the year. Loud defeated them in the tournament opener, but Sentinels weren't going to make the same mistakes again.
So Saucy now has a timing. Behind the 3 players allowed rotating across. There's a stake by towards Bane. Now it's being watched. There's and he will have all the kit left now on his Gecko kit. The Markman going down, forced to halfway. Out of position now. Les falls away. There's that Thrash coming out too from the front of the pillar, and Les even has to pull back towards the market. It does not hit him though, but that clock is ticking down. Saucy's getting better across. Runs away for the time. Gets it done. And Saucy wins a 3-on-1 against Loud. Zelsis is low on HP, upgraded into a rifle. They actually have 2 rifles to work with. There's that first deniability to run across. Zelsis does get the pick though. And Les has one more stink fight. And they have to whip him by him. The tap on his spike. The kill from Celsius. And the fuse comes out for Sentinels. Tenz low HP. And there's that swing out. Finally getting that last pick. Neither. Or Saucy with the ghost here moving forward. Now the re-swing out from Sadak. Han being thrown. Knowing that he's towards the back. Up towards the air. The shot from Han.
This Saucy used to be on Loud as well.
Oh, and short and close swings across. John Cutie alone. One-on-one tap on the spike. John Cutie just staying outside of it. Gambling that he's not going to stick it. Just got spotted down to 11 HP. Blazewell now up another tap. John Cutie forced to run in. But now there's not enough time. Cutie with another tap. Got it. John Cutie with the rest of the patience and Sentinels have. They finished the half at 10-2. But Sentinels are looking to fight right back. There's the aftershock. There's a swing out from Tenz, but gets denied. And now the tap on that spike. Tui's dropping one. It's a 2 versus 2. Right inside, trying to stick it. Another one to fall. It's all up to Zek, who does get the kill. Trying to stick the spike. And it gets to the fuse with the Red Bull clutch.
It took them 932 days, but Sentinels returned
yep.
to an international event as Kings of the Americas. Now, the question was whether or not Tenz could maintain this same level against some of the best teams in the world, but he wasted no time at all.
Let's see who gets the drop on him, and actually, it's going to be Heretics to draw first blood, but Tenz answers back, and perfectly so! Welcome back to the international stage, Tenz! We bloody missed you. But still, he's still going! What? This man is out of this world!
Sentinels had a bit of a slow start
man,
against
still got it,
Heretics,
man.
but
What
they
the heck?
managed to get the job done before moving on in the Swiss stage and dismantling EMEA's #1 seed, Carmine Corps.
Second is blinded up entirely there, couldn't see a bloody thing, and I also have another go of it! What a snap!
Surprisingly, no scream this time.
Right before your troubles, now the fight taken
I think the whole
straight
entirely
to
different team
them.
now, right?
Haunt, broken, tags it
Oh
in
my
the
God.
smoke forward, Sancho's backwards, a boundless second, he let the rocket loose, and Sentinels, no way! In the jaws of defeat, they're trying to take it back, Magnum has taken so much damage in the mix of things, 3 HP, Spike, retrieved, back and away, not quite, it's dropped down, and Sentinels, out of nowhere! You're joking! This could be it. All on the line for Carmine Corps. And the calls are being made here, fighting up close, fighting forwards. All tucked away, Celsius! The hopes and dreams ripped to pieces, shit. Desperate for it, Tenz forwards. And it can't come down to anything, Thomas E. No chance. Sentinels have done it.
Tenz dominated against KC. He top-fragged the server and helped Sentinels become the first team to qualify for playoffs, where they once again met a familiar foe, Loud. Despite an insanely close battle, Sentinels managed to come out ahead and earn a spot in the upper bracket finals.
That's
And
actually...
Tenz's play on Omen was earning him a ton of respect, even from his opponents.
Being able to bounce back from where he was in the first year, like being on top of the world and being kind of like not making it to internationals to now like being super close to winning a Masters, it's something to admire for sure, because he never gave up, you know. So it's really admiration I have for him. And I think the role swap for him was super healthy, because he has an insane game, he has an insane decision making, so it was kind of obvious to maybe give more space to new duelist, and then him going more towards a more controller side, because he is really experienced, like he know what to do under pressure. So yeah.
With a spot in the grand finals up for grabs, Tenz and Sentinels would have to take down the surging Korean Kings, Gen G. But despite what seemed like a favorable map veto for Sentinels, they got off to a very slow start. And although they did manage to tie the series up on Lotus, they got decimated on the deciding map.
Is received, Plunder's Fury is popped, push up by Sassy, and a headshot angle, one by Texture, with 2 kills, and a third! He retook it all by his lonesome! And there's only 2 on Sentinels left! Sassy does well, but they need to get on this spike, force these players out into an open fight, and it's Sassy to look to punish. John QT gets it half, but they're both extremely low. The time is running out, and now it's gone!
Oh,
History for
double burst
Korean
though.
Valorant as Gen G 13-3 Sentinels.
We didn't show up at all on that map. We weren't playing and talking, and you know, our atmosphere wasn't okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Wasn't
what
how
our
it
coach would
usually is,
say.
and there's stuff we can learn and I can learn, and I could have done a lot better with to make sure that we didn't have that happen, and we went in with the right atmosphere, and then maybe we would have won split, maybe we would have lost it, and we could have given a better answer to what happened. But with a score like that and you know what was happening behind the scenes, we had no chance.
Sentinels and Tenz
Shit,
were
man.
now on the verge of elimination. It was do or die. And to make matters worse, they'd have to take down Paper X, who were looking better and better the longer the tournament went on. But luckily for Sentinels, Tenz showed up to play.
You've got to see Sassy buy time. He's got to try and play this fight. Oh, he plays it so well. And they have no idea about Tenz. Now it's his time to shine. Tenz
Yeah,
still
that
here
was before
already,
Jing was
hurling
back,
them
right?
around this map. And waiting for that cross. Sharp as ever. He's getting 1. He's got the 3. Anymore. He's at least got wingman as well, but Tenz just holding that cross. But it looks like a brawl, Mike. I'm seeing everyone in middle, but Divine, the one to bail them out, but Sussy's still there on the back lines. They're hunting them down, they're chasing them down. Something saving Paper X. But it's down to 1v1, and of course it's going to be Tenz. Is he the one to do this for them? The return to the international stage like this. Can you be the man to step up? Mind Freak on the other side. He's going to hear this. Did he spot him? Did he see him? 2 already in the round. A 3rd would be needed. He's creeping closer. Mind Freak's not stopping. He's going to check. And he does! Sentinels are going to the grand finals!
Damn, that's
Tenz and
actually...
Zekken had a combined 161 kills to will Sentinels into the grand finals for a rematch against Gen G. Now they had a chance to get revenge, but they were still coming into the finals at a massive disadvantage. Coming through the upper bracket meant that Gen G were able to ban 2 of Sentinel's best maps, Lotus and Sunset. So if Sentinels were going to take down the Koreans, they'd have to pull off a miracle. And on map 1, things weren't looking so hot.
All combined and calculated. Munchkin layers it down now with the hits. Dropping down in this position. He's already found Celsius. Where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-through? It's not there. And they have to deal with Munchkin. Smoke down. Grabbed and out, dash forwards, but Munchkin again, they weren't expecting it, right? From behind. The Zekken needs that rejuvenation, he's got it, but instantly again, Charon, the trade is there. Fundamentals off the bloody chart for Gen G, and this is it, surely, with the map pushed into the positions, already there. Clone revealed the position, flash through into the box, Sassy's out, wide and alone. Scared for his life, too much to deal with, indeed, Gen G. Lead the charge here in our grand finals of Madrid, taking map 1.
Sentinels managed to bounce back on Bind, narrowly winning to level the series at 1-1. But Gen G answered back with a pretty convincing win on Ascent. And this is where things started to get scary. With their backs against the wall, Tenz and Sentinels had to win map 4 to keep the series alive. To make matters worse, map 4 was split. Although they'd once called it their strongest map, Sentinels had been dominated on it their last 2 matches. So to keep their tournament hopes alive, they'd have to show up.
Playing it onto Heaven, satchel forwards, cuts up the angle, flash repeat, no, not through main! Adjustment necessary, and Zekken comes up with the goods and more!
Holy shit.
With 4 ripped away! Take it all the way to Icebox, a tap, forces it out, the first wave of the util, all the flashes flying through, and so do
I like the narrative background.
a lot to overcome, a lot to do, and it's just impossible! Map 5 is on the cards!
Tenz pretty nice.
Sentinels were going the distance with Gen G. There was one final map between them and Glory. But Gen G were still heavily favored on Icebox. Both times Sentinels played it this season, they'd lost. But once the map got underway, none of that seemed to matter anymore.
Dizzy didn't get broken in time. No, what a wall back! Right through the wall. Tenz still not going to be removed from this spot. He just sees it, head poking over, but now has to respect it. Players all around him. Sassy, you'll turn the strike back if you can. What the iron is hot, and hot it is! They talk about it, the tiniest of differences, affecting so much.
Where you going, mate? Where are you
going? Stinger from that range.
All right.
Funny that works.
Getting away with all sorts of murder. It's a massacre in front of the back of the site, but he gives up his life in the end.
I can't believe he took that decision. But I think that shows you the confidence on play. Sen setting up for the aggressive post plans. This is looking like the way that Sen wanted to defend.
Here's Zekken! Matters into his own hands. Leading the charge with a dash and just collides right into the collision of 14. There needs to be the adjustment. It's not there! An inevitability. Gen G's hopes and dreams laid on his shoulders. But how much can one man do? First one found, second one not there.
Holy shit.
Sen City, here to play, here to stay. And history has been made.
Hey, it's on tag. It's on tag.
First one found.
Way. Oh my god, they actually did it.
First one found.
Let's go!
That's actually pretty amazing.
Unbelievable run! A historic run! A team that went from rags to riches right here in Madrid, Spain!
Of course, everybody's chanting for you, but after 3 years, you can say that you are finally back. Talking about being back. Your mom is right there. Don't get emotional, because I would get emotional too. What does this mean for you? You lifted that first Masters International trophy, and you get to celebrate this one as well.
Honestly, it's just an amazing experience getting to do it with these guys here. Being able to lift it once again, and of course, Big shout out to the amazing audience here in Madrid, Spain. Appreciate all the fans of Sentinels, and thank you to my family.
Nearly 3 years after his last big win, Tenz is once again a Masters winner. Champions qualification is already within touching distance, and considering the way that he and Sentinels are playing right now, Tenz and his roster might just be getting started. But this win means everything for a Sentinels team that wasn't even supposed to be in Madrid, and it's thanks in large part to Tenz. He took a back seat and played a more supportive role, rather than fragging out on the front lines like we've seen him do countless times in the past. And now, the King of Valorant has reclaimed his throne.
I mean,
still
I
Tenz's
hope
world,
to, but
and we're just living in it.
probably ain't gonna happen soon.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the
He's
notification
just
bell.
insane, man.
For unique bite-sized videos